live.
What's up?
Yeah.
Dude? You look better,
Not
dude.
much, buddy. I feel a lot better.
Your lid.
It's been exactly 15 days since I was exposed. I would imagine at least 15. The minimum is 15. I would imagine maybe we got exposed Friday because you guys started showing symptoms on Sunday. So
yep.
15, 16, 17, 18 days. It's a weird thing.
And you've been in the thick of it all 15 days.
I sure have. I've been pacing my fucking floors with nowhere to go. I don't know what's worse, feeling like your lungs are made of glass or just the sheer boredom of not going anywhere. And maybe even worse is not having any taste or smell. That sucks because food's not coming to your rescue.
No, you don't care about food anymore.
And then I started getting some taste back, but it was the wrong kind. Like I tried to sniff some wine and some coffee. I almost threw up.
Really?
Yeah, I almost threw up. I was like, oh. Then I took some zinc on an empty stomach. That was good. I went and got some expensive zinc that you take, from a dropper. Old Bryan threw up super hard.
There's nothing worse. I did that. I learned the hard way too because my doctor was like, take zinc to get your taste back soon. And he was right. So I was popping all this zinc, but I was doing it on an empty stomach. And I was like, oh, man, I feel nauseous. And I text him and go, hey, man, I haven't had any symptoms, but since you told me to take zinc, I'm starting to feel nauseous. And he's like, are you taking on an empty stomach? I go, yeah. He goes, well, figure it out, dude. That's the only thing you've done. Dude,
I couldn't believe it. I went, I got to throw up right now. I'm going to throw up now. Yeah, and I went, should I throw up outside? Inside. So I did a double, I did a shoot. I was like, and then I ran in and just shouted into the bowl.
I'll tell you what fun is, I had to quarantine, so I was away from the kiddos. So my girl had to hold down the fort with the kiddos. 2 kids, by the way, 6-month and a 4-year-old. So she's got to put them to bed and drive Tiger to school. And then I get better. I'm like, cool, I can help. And then she goes, cool story. Walking the baby downstairs, misses a step. Whoops, her ankle goes. Her ankle goes, oh, you're supposed to go that way? I'm going to go this way.
Oh, God damn it.
The size of a hippopotamus now. It's like this. So she can't help with the kids. So now I got better. She's in bed, and I got to take care of the kiddos. Dad duty.
Here's what I would do differently if I could have. I would have gotten right on an inhalable steroid the minute I started getting a cough, and I would have gotten the hydroxychloroquine, which seemed to really work for you. And there's a lot of evidence in the first 36 hours for anybody who has this that hydroxychloroquine, and you're proof of it, really does help. Really does help.
I'll say that, you got it, Stevie got it, your girl got it, I got it. We got some other friends who have had it. And what's weird about it is it's affected everybody different. Obviously, I had symptoms early, just mild symptoms early, and then it went away after 3 days, and I was super fortunate. You've had it. Let's be honest, it's been a struggle for 15 days. Another friend of ours, for I'd say 4 nights, it was really intense for him, and then it got better. And it affects everybody different. We do got to be safe, and thank God everyone who got it is okay now. And I'll tell you what's fun though too is you want to show a negative test to go back to work, to go back to the studio, which is why we're not in studio this week. So I took 2 tests last week. I keep calling, like, where's my results? And they go, oh, sorry, buddy. That swab that we stuck balls deep up into your nose, well, we lost the results. So we need you to come back in.
That's a good time. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks. Let's get back up in my nose deep.
Dude,
I'm gonna take a swab in a couple days.
You should do it. You should probably do it Wednesday, B.
Yeah, I will, because that's technically when 100% I will have had symptoms. By Wednesday, it'll be symptoms for 15 days. So that's. And then I'll be.
You should Wednesday, so you get your results back Friday. I'm doing it today. I mean, I could have, I did it last week because I would have, tested negative most likely. So I'll do it today to get my results back on Wednesday. But glad to put.
Is your taste and smell back?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean,
still a little.
Probably like 80%. It's.
Yeah, it lingers.
But I was talking to Stevie Blue Eyes too. And this isn't. I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't be worried about COVID or anything like that, but honestly, health-wise, I feel better than before when I got sick. I feel if I was 100% before, I feel 110% right. My energy is through the roof. I'm sleeping better. I don't know. I'm eating pizza every day.
Well, one thing I've never taken for granted is my health, ever. And when you're sick with this thing and down and walking around with nothing to do, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You wonder, you really, really, really think about people who have debilitating illnesses.
Oh, I know.
Always feel that way.
Or think about, if someone was older in your family, they got it because of our dumbass. You got to worry about stuff like that. If you're older, you have underlying conditions, or let's say you were dating some fat girl, it'd be a problem.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's the problem. The biggest issue to me is we still are left with having to move forward with the economy and having to move forward with our lives. And unfortunately, most of us, I certainly can't wait for a vaccine. I can't, and I don't think most of us can. And the people that can afford to might be people who have jobs that are, I don't want to pick on the media, but a lot of media, a lot of academics have jobs they don't have to worry about. Whereas most of us who work and have to create a business and keep a business going, I don't have that luxury, man. I really don't. I don't know when a fucking vaccine's coming. What Fauci said he's very cautiously optimistic about 2021. Okay, what if it's 2022? I can't afford it. So a lot of us in this country are left.
These celebrities get on the tweet and go, let's just wait till vaccine and we don't need kids in school. It's like, hold up, dude. You made Captain America 9. You're fine.
Yeah.
The rest
I need my kid.
The rest of the world is suffering, dude. And
I need my kids back in school. I need my kids back in school.
Dude, you want to talk about a disadvantage? California just said the rest of the year is going to be online, and they've done research and it shows kids online. It's a real detriment to their learning, man. It's not good.
Well, I'm in the process of trying to help with creating a homeschooling environment with a lot of different kids from the neighborhood, because I don't think it's good for these children to be isolated. Certainly not for my children. I totally disagree 100% with the idea that children have to stay home.
Well, that's just
I think it's outrageous.
The private schools are going back. Private schools like my son's been in school for 3 weeks now.
Wow.
Because private's different than the public schools, right? Public, you're going to be out for quite some time. Because remember, too, a lot of the other issue they have is a lot of teachers don't feel safe going back because a lot of those teachers are older. But then a lot of them are collecting unemployment too, brother. So you're making more money not teaching your kid.
It's a tough place for teachers to be if they're older. That's for damn sure. And some teachers are just afraid. I don't blame them. A lot of people are just afraid, man. I get it. A lot of people are just afraid, and I understand. I can't really, that's the problem. It's so frustrating. I can't really criticize people for being afraid either. Some people are just cautious and very worried about catching this fucking thing. And I have friends who are. Yeah,
well, shit, dude. I'll be, I've been ranting, raving about I'm a statistic guy and all this stuff and look at the data. And I do stick by that for the majority. If you get COVID, you're going to be just fine. And everyone that I know or associate with who's got this virus is fine. But, last week, dude, when you were getting worse, I called Rogan. I'm like, dude, we got to figure something out with Callen. He's not getting better, dude. I couldn't sleep.
I was worried too. I was worried. Yeah.
We joke around about your age, but you're not young, and you're older. And it's just like, fuck, dude. It's like, it just be.
Yeah, Rogan's called me every day. You've called me every day. A lot of my friends have called me every day. And I'll be honest. I was very happy to come out of it the other side. I talked to I got a lot of friends that are doctors, and it was so interesting to talk to all of them. I talked to 4 doctors, and all of them basically said, look, there's not much to do. However, the inhalable steroid for my cough, game changer, fucking game changer.
Did you start taking that?
That's what they do in Taiwan. So they live on top of each other.
Yeah.
And they've had very, very few deaths. So what they do right away is they get them on a nebulizer. They get them on a very basic steroid, very cheap. An inhalable steroid.
Yep.
And it's a game changer, man. So, because it's an inflammatory disease, and what the fucking inhaler does is it brings your inflammation down. But look, man, it's humbling. It's fucking humbling. It was a little scary.
I was scared for you. I was scared for you. But
crazier shit happens.
Trust me, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah, you can't even earn a living. You start a business, good luck, and they come in and go, we'll take this.
Well, you know what else is, exactly. What else is frustrating is like most of the other countries besides America, because we're Americans, just what we do, makes this nation great, and we think for ourselves. But a lot of these other countries went, we have to wear a mask. We have to stay quarantined. All right, we're going to do that. And they did it. And you're talking about most of Europe's back to normal. You know, South America, Korea, everyone's back to normal. But Americans went, nah. You know, and we're one of these guys. Like, you start with masks, then you start taking away our guns, you're going to take away our freedom. And then everyone's like, okay, dude, cool. But I'm telling you,
we are.
And now we're here. And we have
Americans don't follow rules well, and you're right. I was not a good rule follower, and I was very critical. I would have liked a little consistency, though. The problem with America is that we weren't given any real fucking consistency. Yeah. I was hearing 3 different stories. So it was very difficult. And I'm still hearing the New England Journal of Medicine comes out with Fauci and says masks actually don't stop the spread. Yep. You know, there's a lot of stuff where I'm like, you know, can somebody please, can we get a consensus here? You know? But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Well, I feel like in America, it's gotten more political now. It's just, I don't know, dude. Like, I took my son to this outdoor mall, the Grove here in LA, and it's his favorite spot. Dude, don't go to the Grove. Looks like Walking Dead now. Everything's boarded up. There's like 1 or 2 shops. Everyone's in masks. There's not that many people. It
makes me so depressed, man.
Oh, my son goes, Papa, what happened? I go, the sickness. And I'm like, and then to get down there, I took Laurel Canyon. And last time I took Laurel Canyon was get to the Comedy Store. I got super depressed thinking, will that never come? Will those days of us hanging out the Comedy Store with our boys and doing stand-up and it just popping over there, and how excited I was to get there at 8:30 and see all my friends and try new bits. Like, are those golden days over? Like, at the time, do we realize that we're in the golden age of our comedy careers, or is that just over?
I think I think for now that's over.
You don't think it'll ever bounce back?
I think when there's a vaccine, it will. But it's going to be a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know when that's going to be. I mean, I just don't. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Here's the good news. Your lids do look better, but one eye's lower than the other, and you know this.
Well,
and you know. Well,
and by the way,